Heart disease is a big health issue in Australia, affecting over 4 million people and causing 1 in 4 deaths. Sadly, it takes a life every 12 minutes, impacting families and communities.
Cardiovascular diseases are very prevalent in our community. I've lost someone who was very young and had an undiagnosed cardiovascular condition. Growing up, I would have never known that this was a thing until it came to us in that way, in that horrible tragedy.
We all know that cardiovascular disease is a significant factor affecting the South Asian population. At the moment, we don't have enough evidence. By doing this study will help us to put appropriate measures in place to improve the cardiovascular health and overall health. They say prevention is better than cure. If you know that there is a risk of illness, it's better to prevent the illness rather than have the illness and then treat subsequently. It reduces and improves the overall health index of the patient and the community.
Knowing as a PhD student in research myself that keeping the community at the center of research is really important, because they don't only just bring the perspective and knowledge and representation of that community, but of course they're the end consumer. They're the people who will be impacted.
If the families are identified, if the person is identified, the subsequent families will also benefit. Their children and grandchildren will also know that they are at increased risk. This is not done with an intention of creating fear. This is done with an intention of improving their physical and mental well-being.
Cardiovascular disease, commonly known as heart disease, can often be prevented. Understanding your risk is the first step. We can use certain tools to measure your personal risk to know what steps we can take to lower that risk. Thanks to genetic and health research, doctors can identify people at high risk of having a heart event in the next 5 years. While some heart disease risk factors like age, genetics and family history can't be changed, you can make lifestyle changes to lower your risk, such as eating a heart-healthy diet, being active and quitting smoking. However, to make sure we can effectively prevent and treat heart disease, we need to recognise that one size does not fit all, especially when information about our risk of heart disease can vary based on ancestry. By understanding and addressing these differences, we can make sure doctors have suitable tools for everyone.
Understanding a person's genetic makeup allows us to measure their risk of getting heart disease with more accuracy, which can help us tailor how we prevent disease for that individual. To make sure that genetics research benefits all Australians equally, we need better representation of the diverse Australian population in genetics research. South Asians make up almost 25% of the world's population, but less than 2% of genetic research participants. The South Asian Genes and Health in Australia study, or SAGA, aims to increase South Asian representation in health and genetic research. Join us in working towards healthcare that is more equal for all Australians. Your involvement can help improve the health and well-being of future generations of South Asian communities. Visit our website to learn more about our study and sign up to participate.